Hi, may I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is
Hey, Jeremy, how are you, man? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
What's this all about?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And you went out with a girl named Alana the other day.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
And
Looks like you remember her.
That's what this is about?
yes.
About that date?
Yeah, she emailed
No.
us. She told us
No.
about how you met. She told us about your date. And she also told us that she's tried to get a hold of you a bunch, but you're not returning any of her calls or text messages.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
kinda
little
weird.
crazy.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, we're trying to figure out why you won't call her back. So you have an answer for that?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely tell you all about that date, but I want to know what she told you.
Well, she told us that you met her at a family reunion. I guess you were a caterer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said you guys went out to dinner, and when you picked her up, you seemed a little tired. Said that you had been working a bunch, and then you ran out of gas at the end of the date, and that's where things ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the short version.
Well, she also added that like her mom pressured you into asking her out, and
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of cute, actually. Like, her mom came up to the bar and was like, hey, my daughter's interested. Will you ask her out? I saw her daughter. I'm like, yeah, daughter's cute. Why not? Like, can't hurt anything.
So you said, I got the short version. What's the long version then? Keep in
Yeah.
mind, we're on the radio, so don't be like 20 minutes. I mean, just like, what's the meat that we're missing?
So I go and pick her up at her mom's place. That was kind of a red flag number one, right? Like, I kind of expected her to have her own place or like some roommates. But right away, as we're like driving to the restaurant, I find out girl is 19 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
she didn't.
Illegal.
Well, yeah, legal, but also like, how old
Yeah.
are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you
no.
don't sound like a 19-year-old
Yeah,
to me.
true.
I mean, even if
No,
you were
man.
23, maybe that's on the edge
But
because
you
it's
still can't
4
drink
years.
together?
But like,
I've been out of college for 5 years, and she's been out of high school for like 1.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
when did-
already she's a little young, you're feeling like.
Yeah, she's cute and everything, but like that might be why I was out of it. Like, I was a little shocked and like, I'm like, what have I got myself into?
Right.
So like, yeah, I mean, and then the whole running out of gas thing. I was borrowing my roommate's car, dude. Like I didn't have a car at the time, so I borrowed my friend's car. I didn't think to look at the gas gauge, and he like hands me the car. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Not telling me it was on empty.
Okay.
By the time I saw it, it was too late. Running out of gas. Like, it's already awkward. I'm just like, can this thing end already? This is the kicker. This is what really gets me. When mom comes to pick her up, as she's like going back around the car, she pulls me aside and says, by the way, I have a son who's into you too. Would you want to go out with him?
What?
Yeah.
Mom is just wingmanning for everybody, and also kind of low blow to her daughter. Like,
The whole thing was so strange, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's really flattering that
The whole family wants
that
you?
this woman wants her son and daughter to date me. But it's just, I don't really, first of all, I don't really go that way. And secondly, like, it's just the whole thing kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her mom,
Weird.
I think her mom wants to date you, and she's just like, one of my kids is, I've got to see you around the house is what I want.
I bet her mom is closer to my age.
oh my god.
Probably.
Would you ever consider dating a 19-year-old?
Would you ever consider dating a 22-year-old guy? I don't know how old her brother is. I'm just guessing his age there.
I have no idea either.
Well,
Oh my god.
Jeremy, I do have to let you know that Alana is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God, no. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yeah, I think it's just her. I don't think her brother's there, but Alana, are you still there?
No, oh my God. I feel
Jeremy.
sorry. I feel bad now.
I just don't know why my mom would say that to you. Like, did she really say that? It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, she
something
did.
she would say.
Believe me, why would I make that up? Like,
I don't know. Like,
I've never had anything like that happen to me before. So, yes, your mom did say that to me. She did ask me if I wanted to go out with your brother.
okay, well,
And
it just doesn't make sense. I mean, my brother is gay, but like, it doesn't make sense that she would say that after we went on a date. Did you like tell her that you're gay or something?
what? Why would no? No, I did not tell her I'm gay.
When did you have an opportunity to even do that? You know?
A little roadside confessional while you're out of gas with her mom.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I'm gay. Anyway.
None of that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at the party you told her that or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why she would say that.
That maybe she just thinks that like young people nowadays can do anything, go anywhere with their sexual. I don't know. Like, I definitely did not tell her I was gay. That is for sure.
Do you think it was a joke that you just took too literally?
No, I really thought it might have been a joke, but the way she asked me and the way she looked at me, she was serious. She was honestly asking me if I would go out with her son
Wow.
after I just had a bad date with her daughter.
Okay, well, I also want to say that I know I'm 19, but I'm like really mature for my age. Like, I have no issue, being outgoing, talking to adults. Like, even though I live with my mom, I have my finances in order. Like, I'm saving up for grad school, and, I'm really responsible. Like, my room is really clean. I'm really organized.
Like, I'm sure you're...
You guys stop laughing. I'm serious. I'm really mature. I'm a lot more mature than any of my friends. It's not funny. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. We just don't have that much in common. Like, even when we were talking, it's like we grew up at different times. Like, we don't have the same kind of connections on things. Like, you can't even have a glass of wine at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too far removed from where I am in my life.
Well, in 2 years, I'll be able to drink with you. Just wait 2 years.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, after 2-year anniversary, you guys could, throw down a few glasses of wine.
Jeremy, I mean, what if she's right? Like, what if you just wait a little bit? My sister got married when she was 20, and they've been married for like 15 years, and they're totally happily in love.
Yeah, but check this out. If it's this much work and energy before we even get to the second date, it's looking like a lot of drama. Oh. If you start out a relationship like this, it's probably not great.
Maybe we got all the drama done up front.
Out of the way.
That's usually not the way it works.
I really don't think the drama will be finished. Like, your mother is very invested in you and your brother's lives, and your mom asked if I wanted to go out with your brother after we went out. Like, that means that there's a lot of drama there inherently in your family.
I'll tell my mom to cool off. Like, I'm not my mom. Like, I'll just tell her to.
I understand
back
that.
off.
But it's just too much. Like, the whole thing is a bit
I just
too
think
much.
we deserve another shot. Like, one more date. Just one more date, and maybe, without all that drama, you'll see who I really am.
Man, I feel bad, but I don't...
Hang on, Jeremy. Let me ask you officially. Would you like to go out on a second date with Alana? We will pay for it.
I don't think so. I think that she's a lovely girl, and I wish her all the best, and I wish her mother and her brother all the best. But I don't think I have a whole lot of time in my life for that kind of stuff. So, sorry, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Are you okay, Alana?
No, I'm fine. I don't know. I think you're making the biggest mistake of your life, and you're gonna look back one day and really regret this.
Oh my God.
Oh, the passion.
It's fine. I don't care.
No. Hey, I know it feels like this now. Like, this is a really big deal. But with, like, young people, like your generation, it's so easy to find people. You have a lot easier than I did at that age. You're going to be great.
That's not how I want to find someone, though.
Well, do you want to find someone by your mom asking them to ask you out?
I just feel like you're really missing out on something. But...
And I don't know what to say to that.
Okay. Jeremy, would you like to go on a second date with Alana's brother? We'll pay for it. Or a first date, I guess. We'll pay for that.
You can drink wine with him.
Yeah.
No, man. I'm good on that.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nico, please?
Speaking.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Nico.
You know what that is?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll tell you. Brooke and Jubal in the morning, it's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay. Not a lot phases you, it sounds like.
Yeah, he's not caring.
You get calls from radio stations all the time?
No, it's not just confused.
Okay.
Maybe he just has the same emotional range that you have, Jubal.
Yeah. Possible. Hey, Nico, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody that listens to our show.
Oh, well, what did it say?
Well, it said some very nice things. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone to try to figure out what happened. And you recently went out with a girl named Kayla.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Well, Kayla emailed us because she said that she thought the date went great, but now you're not calling her back, and she wants to know why.
She said the date went great?
Yeah.
Yeah, was she wrong about that?
I just can't believe she remembers the date. She was on the phone the whole time.
What?
She was on her phone the whole time, you said?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the whole date. She wasn't calling anybody, but she was, like, texting, I assume.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't just, like, looking. It was, like, typing constantly. I mean, I don't know if she was texting, like, a different guy or setting up, like, a date after mine or what, but it was distracting.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a conversation in at all. It was rude.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to her about your date. She said that she actually had a great time and thought it was one of the best dates she's had.
That's impossible. I mean, she was... I mean, like, the whole time she was typing. It was so weird. I think the weirdest part, so I thought, like, okay, well, this was a bust. She must have seen me, wasn't into me, doing something else. But then walking back to the car, she just, like, I mean, out of nowhere, just kissed me.
Oh, she kissed you.
Ooh.
She kissed me.
What did you think about that?
I was shocked.
I'm shocked.
Like, I wasn't even going to go for a kiss or even a hug. I thought this was going to be like a peace, whatever. And all of a sudden she just like lunges at me, and I'm not going to say no.
Of course.
But I was just kind of like a mannequin, just kind of still let her do her thing.
She thought the kiss was great. She told us about that. She also thought that you kissed her.
Oh, that's impossible, since I was stationary.
I mean, if she hadn't been on her phone, were you attracted to her?
Yeah, she's definitely cute, but like all I really saw was her forehead because she was bent over texting the whole time.
Looking at her phone the whole time. All right.
Oh my God, your self-restraint that you didn't say anything on the date. I feel like I at some point would have been like, hey, can you put the phone away?
Eyes up here.
I'm just not that type of person. If that's your thing, you know, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. You do your thing, I'll eat this hamburger.
So basically your date was you hanging out with someone who was on their phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you were sexually assaulted after which he kissed you.
But you,
I wouldn't say that, but it was aggressive.
All right. Well, thanks for telling us why you don't want to call her back. I also should tell you this, though. She's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
Did she hear what I just said?
Unless she was buried in her phone again, texting or something. I don't know. Kayla, are you still there?
Oh.
Yeah, Nico, I loved hanging out with you. I was so interested in the date. I really liked you.
How can you say that? You were typing the whole time.
That's because I was taking notes about the date on my phone, so then I can transfer it into my relationship diary when I get home.
Wait,
That is so much right now.
that's a lot.
wait, I'm very confused. What do you mean you were taking, like, notes?
It's what I do. Every time I go on a date, I have this relationship diary because I want to write down, like, red flags and pluses and minuses about the dates and details so that way I can remember things.
Why? Do you have memory problems or something?
No, I just think it'll be really cute to, like, one day look back on it all and reminisce about everything.
So you thought she was being super rude, Nico. She was actually super listening to you.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not normal. I've never gone on a date and the next day been like, oh, did I have a good time on that date? I should have written it down.
And Kayla, I mean, you're listening, but you're not hearing what he's saying. Like, he thought you weren't into him because your face was buried into your phone screen the entire time. Don't you see that as a problem?
Brooke, back off. I'm talking to him about this, not you. I don't know why you just keep interrupting me.
I was
It's
trying
really
to help
pissing me off. Like, I'm trying to get this across to him that, Nico, I really like you.
Okay. I guess that makes sense in a way.
Nico, I'll prove it to you. Here, the next thing, 8:35. You had showed me those pictures of your family, and I noted that your brothers are hot and that you guys have really good genes.
Oh, my God. That is so weird. That is so
No,
weird.
I wanted to take note that, like, you are a good person to have babies with.
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God.
Wow.
It's already thinking about babies.
That fast forwarded real quick.
You guys don't understand. These are things that everybody thinks of on a date, and, like, I'm just writing them down. I'm writing down the thoughts that everybody's thinking of anyway. That's the only difference. Don't you understand? Nico, you understand, right? Don't you understand?
No, none of this makes sense to me. First, why are you saying my brothers are hot? Why are you saying you want to have babies with me? I mean, I don't even think we made eye contact through this entire date.
Nico, you are taking this way out of context. Like, I'm documenting this because one day you're going to appreciate all the details that I've put down here in this diary, and you're going to look back on it and be like, wow, she's awesome that she wrote all this down and that she did that, and we can look at this together.
There you go. Yeah. What do you think, Nico? You want a second date with Kayla? We'll pay for it. Go on a second date, make some babies.
A second date? Are you,
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, so she can finish this novel she's writing about our. This is the weirdest thing.
If it makes you feel better, Nico, it's not just about you. She does it for every date she goes on.
That makes it even worse. It's like a serial killer. I'm scared, frankly. I'm worried.
Okay, that seems a little...
Come on, Nico, that's not fair. And Brooke, you are not helping things.
What do you think, Nico?
Oh, Brooke.
Trying.
Will you go out with her one more time?
Brooke is the only one making sense right now. I wish Brooke had been there on the date to tell you to get out of your phone.
Fine, I won't even bring my phone on the next date. Are you happy?
There you go, Nico.
Are you going to take notes with like a pen and paper instead? Or
Yeah, whatever. I'll just write it down. I won't use my phone at all. I'll use the napkin next to me. God.
Yeah, she'll take notes the old-fashioned way, Nico. Would you go on a second date with her? We'll pay for it.
Look, I think you're very attractive, and
Shut up. I know what you're trying to do. And, like, it's not. You're just sugarcoating it, and this is bull. And, like, just get to the
No.
point.
Oh.
I think that your intentions are sweet, but what you're
Nico,
doing,
I'd get to the point before she stabs
Yeah.
you. I think what he's trying to get at is a no. Is that a no, Nico?
It's a no.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Hard
It's
no.
a hard no.
Kayla.
Did you learn anything from this experience?
The only thing I learned here, Brooke, was not to trust you with anything. I mean, Jesus.
Whoa.
You have done nothing for me.
Well,
Trust Brooke.
I'm trying to help you, I swear.
sorry, Kayla. No second date.
I hate your show, especially when Brooke's on. I'm
Okay.
never listening again.
All right. Well, but can I read? I want to read your journal sometime. Can I just read it?
No, you, Jubal.
Okay.
Bye, Kayla.
Yeah.
You sarcastic piece of
I actually wasn't being sarcastic. I really do want to read it.
Whatever. Jubal, I'll give you like $20 if you just slap Brooke across the face right now.
Whoa.
I'll only do that if you're in here journaling because I want to see what you say about it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hey, is this Hannah?
This is?
Hannah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show. How you doing?
Is this a joke? What is this?
No, it's not a joke. I know this is going to sound kind of weird, but do you remember meeting a guy named Philip at a karaoke night about a year ago?
What what's going on?
Does that story about meeting a guy named Philip a year ago at a karaoke night sound familiar to you?
How do you know about Phil?
Oh, Phil and I go way back.
Yeah.
I've known him for longer than you have. Phil is back in town. You don't know this, but Phil didn't call you after you met because he was leaving to go overseas in the armed services.
Oh my gosh, he was overseas?
Mm-hmm. But he has emailed us and asked us to get a hold of you.
Why?
Because he says that he really connected with you that night a year ago. And now you don't know this, but in his words, he said he's thought about you the entire time. And now he's back and he wanted to get a hold of you.
Oh, this sounds...
Did you like Philip?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so
awesome.
cute.
She's excited.
What'd you think when Philip didn't call you back the next day after you met him?
Wow. I mean, this is like cheesy to say, but it kind of broke my heart.
Really?
Really?
You know, have you ever had those moments in life where you like, this is big, this is super important, this is like magic right now?
Yeah.
And it was. And then I never heard from him again, and it was like it had been a dream or something.
Okay, so let's see, where are you at now? So Philip has been gone a year. He's back in town, and he wants to get a hold of you.
Wow. I wish I had known. I spent like 4 months pining over this one evening, but then a couple months ago, a friend set me up with a friend, and I've been seeing him for a couple of months.
Yeah, but how serious is it? I mean, we're only a couple months in, and you're obviously, like, pining over a guy for 4 months is crazy after one night.
A guy that you met on one night, you have no idea about,
guys
but you've been seeing somebody for a little while.
Yeah, I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's something so powerful that's happening here.
So you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want to talk to Philip at all?
I don't know.
I asked the question because Philip is actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hey, Anna. How are you?
Oh my God.
Are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Listen, honestly, right now I'm really disappointed. Not in you by any means, just in myself for letting this go as long as I did. And I didn't expect you to wait for me, but I really need to tell you that that night it meant a lot to me. That's the first time in my life where I've really felt like I met someone that took me out of my shell, you know. For the first time, I felt like I was around somebody that I could be completely honest with, and I couldn't stop thinking about it while I was overseas. But I felt so guilty for not calling you and for not telling you that I was going there in the first place. And
Oh, I wish you had. I wish you had.
I really wish I had.
I didn't know. I thought maybe you didn't have the experience that I had.
No, I want you to know that I did, and I'm not doing this, like, at this point, everything that I'm saying, I'm not doing in spite of your boyfriend to try to steal you away from him or anything. I'm speaking completely from my heart, and that night meant so much to me. It really got me through
my stint overseas, but I understand if you have a boyfriend. I'm not trying to intrude on that. I want you to know how I feel.
You're so sweet, and the connection that we shared was so amazing. I wish you'd called me sooner.
I know the timing is horrible, but I have to try. I have to. When I feel strongly about a person, I can't just give up on that person.
So both you guys felt the same way about that night.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
And are you, like, in love with your boyfriend? I mean, have you guys gone to that level?
That's a really hard question to answer, actually. And I don't want to sound shallow, but sometimes you meet people and it's just like everything lines up and it just all clicks. And sometimes it takes time to start to uncover that. And my boyfriend is definitely someone that it takes time to uncover with.
Is that what you're saying, Hannah, that like you still don't really feel as strongly about your boyfriend as you do about that night with Philip?
I don't know. It's more complex than that.
I just know if I was in your situation, I would go back to this boyfriend, and all I could think about was this man who's come back into my life after a year, and what am I doing?
Look, I don't know. This has gotten really complicated all of a sudden,
listen,
and really unexpectedly.
I'm not trying to create problems for you. That's not something I want to do. That was never my intention. But feelings are feelings. You can't ignore them.
Hannah, what if we send you guys out on a second date? We will pay for it.
Are we allowed to do that? She has a boyfriend.
Yeah, of course we
she'll be
are.
honest.
Meet up with him. You guys can have a conversation. You don't have to. It doesn't even have to be called a date if you don't want it to be. If you have a boyfriend.
I mean, that night is so. It's one of the most vivid experiences of my life, and it feels like it would be wrong to ignore that. And this could get me in really big trouble.
No, Hannah, you don't ever have to tell your boyfriend.
This isn't something we can ignore. We can't just go on with our lives and pretend that didn't happen.
I think it's worth seeing if that was just a one-off fluke or if there actually is something there. And if there is, then I have some hard decisions to make.
So, Hannah, you are going to go out with Philip again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Are you going to tell your boyfriend?
Yeah, I am. I want to be completely upfront about this whole thing. I don't want to leave things to chance again.
Okay, my next question, we're running a little light on content. Can we do it tomorrow at like 7:10? Can we do it on the air?